Welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Sagittarius. Now, know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates. You never force anything, okay? Now, if you're new to the channel, anything of any importance you can find in the description box, such as my website link. If you want to book a personal reading, you would go to that link. If you want to know about the different subscriptions that I offer, you'd have to go to the Patreon link. And you will also find my merchandise down there. Again, anything that's of any importance. If I'm doing a giveaway, such as giving away an Oracle system, that will be in the description box. And the rules to win a free psychic reading with me. So if you want to win a free reading with me, you have to do 3 things in order to enter. That's like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the day. And so the word of the day is, let's see, is naturalist. So again, that is the word of the day, naturalist. And so those 3 things that you'll have to do, and you'll know if you were chosen if I wrote the word winner underneath your comment. If I did, then we can correspond back and forth through my email. You just reach out to me at pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com. Introduce yourself, tell me you won the reading, and let me know the days and times that you're available. And hopefully I can make that one of the options work for both of us. If not, then I will write back. If you don't feel comfortable in sending me an email, you can write it underneath your comment. Give me the few options and we will again correspond back on YouTube. All right. Now, without further ado, again, this message is going to be for Sagittarius. However, if you are not Sagittarian and you wound up just listening to it and resonating with it, then this message was for you as well, because that's how spiritual energy works. It goes towards who needs to hear the message. But it is intended for Sagittarius. So we always look at the spiritual energy first, because the spiritual energy is why certain people are behaving the way that they are, and what is the underlying energy that is dictating your situation. Unlock DNA. Dark night of the soul. Tactlessness. Deluded. Well, Sagittarius, I believe that you are and were connected to someone for a very long time. It was a very toxic relationship. And it was one that kept you stuck in obscurity. It was one that kept you stuck in limitation. And it was one that was built on fear and really like a trauma bond. And the reason why I say this is because unlock DNA. Now, when we inherit ancestral karma, it will come out as if we've inherited a father wound or a mother wound. And so regardless of whether you're a man or woman, it's like you have inherited either a mother or father wound and from your family, and it's played out with being in like relationships that were not good. And so, and why I say this is this tactlessness energy is of a low vibration. So I feel like you were connected to someone that cheated on you repeatedly. And you stayed in this situation feeling like they were going to change. So there was a little bit of delusional belief that this person was going to change because, again, on some level, you felt that they were a soulmate. So you could feel that sometimes they really, really, truly were connected to you and loved you. However, they continued to do things that sabotaged the connection. And eventually it has caught up to the fact that now, instead of you leaving this person, they're leaving you. Now, know that energies could be swapped. So again, it's going to be up to you to interpret the best mess to interpret it for you. So it could be that you were connected to someone that you didn't really want to be with, and you kept trying to make it work. And in order to make it work, you again were cheating and trying to fulfill your needs through other ways because emotionally you weren't connected. So, and now that relationship is falling apart. And when it's falling apart, it's taking with you what was comfortable to you. So meaning your home, could be dividing a family, could again from breaking up just the good things, not just the things that weren't working in your life, is what I'm getting at. So understand what you need to do is to unlock the DNA, and that's by clearing the fear and the limitation you said. And so the way that, unfortunately, that's done is you go through a dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul happens because we're looking at our life through our life choices, and we're seeing how we ended up in situation that we're in, and one that's making you feel again not worthy, not good enough, not enough, and again making you perceive that you're a lot less than who you are. So it's staying connected to someone that isn't giving you emotionally what you need. So is what I see, whether or not you were on, whether or not you were the Sagittarian, you're the Sagittarian, or whether you're the cross watcher that's here to listen to Sagittarians reading, that if you were connected to the Sagittarians, then you also were not fulfilled, and you both were being stuck in a place of limitation. And this happens a lot of times because, again, we grow out of love. We get married very young. What we, want today is not what we want tomorrow. A lot of times we don't realize that we teach people that we're not worthy or not deserving of love by what we're putting up with. We don't realize that. We think we're just going to keep giving in hopes that that person's going to give us back, especially if we feel that they're a soulmate. So again, the genius part of self is the God part of self, which is that supernatural part of ourself, which I believe is what's being activated with inside of you. Because when we are unlocking our DNA, it means that we're clearing our DNA, because really it's your environment that creates your reality. Sickness and disease is only 5% inherited. We turn our DNA on and off through our behaviorisms, and our environment, again, is what's going to dictate our behaviorisms. So again, you're in a place of healing right now, but in order to heal, we need to look and see, like, where were we again putting up with energy that was of this vibration that was undermining ourselves and diluted? Like, where were we diluted? And diluted is just choosing not to see. That's what brought us to the dark night of the soul. That's why we're in the dark night of the soul, because again, again, the Sagittarius was binded to someone that was not giving them what they need. So that's the underlying energy of, again, what's going to drive this reading, the storyline. So we want to see what the behaviorisms and the actions are and why they are what they are. And then obviously the storyline. But understanding what the wounds are and why the energy is, okay, like, well, then we're able to, be able to see things from a different perception, which is very healing. So let's see. So, okay, so perfectionist. Before I say anything, because I already wanted to say something, and I was like, okay, wait. I'm already getting it from Martyr. So the wound that was really being played out again is when we are not getting what we need, right? And Sagittarius, I feel like you were connected to someone that cheated a lot. Again, this tactlessness energy is energy that's one-sided, that's not considering your feelings, your emotions, or anything. Is out of alignment with the genius part of self, which is God's part of self. Which obviously, when we are at that level of consciousness, we're at the same level of consciousness as sickness. So understand this is the diluted energy of that has come into consciousness, that you have been really settling for less and how bad your relationship really actually is. So there's is a dark night of the soul. And so the wound is, for so long, you were trying to be perfect. You were trying to hold it all together and really being the martyr. And it constrained you because that's limiting you. And so unconsciously being connected to this person that cheated, that didn't care about your feelings, there was a sense of you still trying to fix that situation. So again, that is really the karmic wound, which I feel, again, is the mother or father wound that you have inherited. And because either one of those wounds will play out as, settling for less, overgiving, not getting putting up with not getting the emotional support that you need. So it was a very one-sided relationship and staying this. So the unlocked DNA could be that you grew up in an environment where you watched your mother be with someone that was emotionally not capable of giving to her. And that played out through them being an alcoholic, them being a cheater, them, again, being an absentee father. Now here it is, you're connected to someone that is not capable of being there for you, is what I see. So this is why it's unlock your DNA, because when we unlock our DNA, we're able to not just change our life, we're able to heal. We're able to actually heal our DNA. So, so that's really important there. So I want to see what the triggers are. Now, it's important to know that only God loves perfect. There is no perfect. We shoot for excellence because everybody has wounds. So just because we see that you were connected, Sagittarius, to somebody that was cheating and not giving anything, that might not even mean that they don't care about you. That could be all of their wounds. Not that that matters, because you still wouldn't want to be connected to someone regardless of whether it was intentional or not, because the end result is still the same. You're still not getting, you're still being with this person keeps you in a place of limitation, of making you feel like you're not worthy, it's not good enough. Again, feeling emotionally abandoned. So again, let's just see what the triggers are. forgotten. I felt invisible and forgotten by you as if I never existed. So again, this person makes you feel like you're not important. They again don't think of you when it's time that you need to be thought of, whether or not it's something that you need for your emotional health, your physical health, whatever. This person does not show up. So this is the same wound, which would be, again, a form of abandonment, but also feeling like not important, not good enough, making you feel like you need to be perfect, like you can't make a mistake. Abuse, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of abuse, which I believe, again, came from childhood. It's playing out in this relationship right now, but that's what a mother and father will do. That's what any trauma will do. It will replay out within your experiences. So we're seeing how it's playing out within your relationship. So let's actually see what the universe tells us. Intuition. So it's again, use your intuition. Like, so if someone's gaslighting you, then and you can intuitively, you know that it is, you can trust yourself, because this is what it's saying you can trust yourself, your intuition. A lot of times when someone emotionally doesn't show up for us, they will downplay it. They will say, oh, you're making something out of nothing. They'll gaslight you to make you think that you're asking for too much. So it's again, you trust your intuition. Your intuition is always going to lead you right. You know what you feel. Base your not just your actions, but what you're going to do based on what you feel, not what someone tells you. Flow. So again, also know that when you're in the law of love, the law of nature, and you're at ease, you're actually with the flow of the universe. And when you're in the flow of the universe, you can attract love. But if you're at ease and always upset and feel abandoned and feel like you're not worthy and feel like you're not good enough and feel again that you have to be a martyr and that you have to be perfect and you have to be someone other than you are out of alignment with the laws of the universe, and you will not attract love. You will not be able to attract abundance or anything healthy into your life. So Spirit says, if you have a wound, number one, you'll be afraid that you will attract more people that will do the same, and it'll play out as intimacy issues, trust issues. So what Spirit is saying that God lives inside of you. The language of Spirit is your intuition. So you can trust your intuition and also know that anything that makes you feel not at ease, anything that is again out of alignment with the law of the universe, which is again it being in the vibration of the universe, is actually being in the vibration of love, allows you to automatically just go with the flow of the universe. Anything that makes you not feel comfortable, we automatically know is out of alignment, so you're not going to get good results. And why, again, this is brought up is because a lot of people don't begin to not trust themselves after they keep attracting the same type of person. So what Spirit is saying you can trust yourself, but you have to be able to connect better with yourself. And that might mean by, getting out of the head, your mind chatter, relaxing your emotions so you can actually feel what you feel intuitively. So that would be a body-mind connection, as we know that trauma will create a disconnect from the body and mind. So again, if we dealt with a lot of bad relationships where a person has cheated on us and hurt us and have abused us, then again, we have to be able, trust comes from being able to trust ourselves. And that comes from being able to act on our intuition. But our intuition comes from the higher self, the God part of self. And also to know, again, anything that doesn't make us feel comfortable is not something that is going to be good for us. So that's some spiritual knowledge from spirit to help you deal with the situation. And then again, celebrate. Also, raise your high vibration. Have gratitude for what's in your life. Because again, having a low vibration, remember, people that don't want to emotionally give to you, they don't acknowledge you. They don't celebrate you. They don't show up for you if they don't because they emotionally can't connect to you. So you make sure that you celebrate yourself. You make sure that you give yourself the love that you need. So there's a lot of times if we have inherited a mother and father wound, it will continue to play out again as unavailable people that come into our lives, or again, relationships that are unfulfilling because they lack the depth, they lack the intensity of a deep, intimate relationship. It's a surface relationship, one that's based on just physical without the emotional. So we want to, again, celebrate ourselves. We want to, again, give ourselves the love that we need so that we can show people how we want to be treated instead of waiting for someone to give us what we need. Because if we wait and we don't show, we will never get what we need. Awareness, and it's again having that awareness of what it is that you need and then doing it for yourself. Because like I said, when you become it, you don't need to look for it. It just comes to you. You attract what you already are. You become what you want. So like I said, the awareness of not emotionally getting. So it's really important that you give it to yourself by celebrating yourself so that you can become in the flow of the universe. This way you could automatically, intuitively sense what is out of alignment. But let's see, what is the hidden truth about this person that that couldn't give to Sagittarius? Let's see. It's time for me to heal now. So I believe because, again, this relationship was so tumultuous and that you actually do walk away from this relationship, that you realize that it is a time for you to heal. That's what time for you to heal. And I also believe that it will draw attention to what your person that you were connected to needs to heal. Now, will they do it? They may not do it. They may become aware of it, but I feel like for you, it's a time of healing. I wish I could share my good news with you. So it's again, maybe through this separation, your person wants to share the fact that they're healing or that you've made them go on a healing journey, or again, being that they are emotionally not able to connect with you. They don't want to show any vulnerability, so they are not capable of being able to go deep. So again, for some of you, it's going to be that your person wants to be able to emotionally connect with you deep, but they're not capable of showing their emotions. So they're not able to share like good news, or not able to share with you any type of experience, because experiences are what creates intimacy. And so they realize it's time for them to heal, because they have had this problem, not just with you, but with a lot of other people. because again, unless we heal that original wound, it doesn't get healed. It keeps replaying within every single relationship. And I believe again that this time for you, Sagittarius, because again, you're in the dark night of the soul, it's a time for healing. And it's time for healing because this person was created a lot of pain. But understand they created a lot of pain in order for you to become aware of how you were like settling for a lot less. So that's really why this situation has come to pass. Because again, unconsciously you could have gone along like this forever, but you would have never gotten anything more from this person, and eventually they would have gotten even more and more and more disrespectful because they've already cheated. They're already not giving you what you need. What else do they need to do? And so a lot of times when we put up with someone that emotionally can't give us and we settle for that, eventually that person eventually leaves us. And from a spiritual perspective, it's that happens because we're actually abandoning ourselves. We're unconsciously abandoning ourselves by being connected to someone that's not giving us, which is why this actually happened, why you're in the dark night of the soul, because you put up with it instead of realizing that this problem isn't me, this problem is you. You tried to be perfect. You tried to fix. You tried to sacrifice yourself. You tried to do everything, which is just deluded behavior, which actually just told this person that they could continue on, which actually is like, would keep your DNA stuck. It doesn't keep it. You had to unlock your DNA, and that's by having awareness first of how this person's like energy is like really like constricting you from being your true self. They're keeping you locked in the abuse by making you feel forgotten. So really, if you want to do it, you'd have to heal yourself. And so again, it's saying it's time for you to heal now. So because your person, regardless of how they feel, they're not capable. So they'll never be able to share good news or create good, deep relationships. So really, like I said, you can trust your intuition and also know whatever makes you not feel like you can be in the flow of the universe, which is again by becoming the vibration of unconditional love, which is when you're at ease and being able to go with the flow. Anything that makes you feel not at ease is you don't need to be with, because it's going to deplete your energy. So what is the karmic lesson and what would be the spiritual advice? So I don't feel deserving and it's affecting my levels of abundance and openness. Again, I'll repeat that. I don't feel deserving. So understand your person that you were connected to, the cheater, the one that, again, didn't emotionally give you what you need, did all that because they don't feel deserving. But you being attached to them and putting up with it is mirroring that belief that you're not deserving. So both of you stay locked and closed off to abundance, because in order to draw abundance into your life, you have to have an open heart. So again, this person is not allowing it. And so you being connected to this person, your heart would be shut. So that was the karmic lesson. You have to feel deserving of wanting love and demand it in order to get it, where you didn't do that. And the spiritual message from the universe in order to heal this, Sagittarius, would be My fearless freedom lights up the world. So to love yourself right now, to 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 become what you want to be, to give yourself the love by celebrating yourself, right? Because you want to be the best version of yourself by raising your vibration, which I believe this healing time is all about that, so that you can, demand what it is that you want. You know, fearless freedom is a a freedom where you can be yourself. And if we feel that we need to be perfect, or we feel that we need to be something or do something in order to be loved, which is what I feel like you were connected to, you're not free. But the truth of the matter is, when you embody your true self and you are free to be you, to honor that part of you, you become a magnet to who and what is going to love you unconditionally. So that is the healing message. Celebrate yourself. And again, be fearlessly you in not caring. Again, be fearlessly free to have the freedom to just be you so you can attract exactly who and what you want. This way, you'll never be able to attract someone that's not going to give you anything because they're not comfortable emotionally expressing that, because you are showing up for yourself. And by doing that, you're showing you're not afraid to give it to yourself. So you won't be able to attract that. I'm going to leave it here. Now, let me know, Sagittarius, whether you resonated with this. And if you do, give me a like, comment the word again. I forget the word that I had pulled, but you'll have to go back to the beginning of the video. Now, the default word, if you can't remember the word, is just write the word healer in the comment bar. If you actually listen to the end of this video and you're like, I'm not going to listen to the beginning of the video, just write the word healer in your comment bar and I will honor the word as part of it. But you also have to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those three things get you to enter into winning a free psychic soul healing reading with me. And until next time, be true to you. Bye, guys.